and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
I have a bone to pick when it comes to Madden and his selection of pitchers. One by one, they're falling by the wayside thanks to goddamn train stuff.
A lot of things got accomplished. Otani,
The Angels lead the goddamn league with injuries again. I am beyond pissed off right now because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of the Todd Fox postgame show with yours truly, Todd Fox. Want to say good afternoon and good afternoon to you and yours out there on a Sunday as the Angels lose 4-1 and they lose the series 3-1. They now fall to 1-3 to start off the season against a team that should not be this good out the gates. We know the Astros are good and they can do things and everything, but this is the year we were supposed to get aligned with them and be much better. Instead, the Angels come off playing very very down to their competition today. You can look at their lineup right off the bat. I have a few notes here that I wanted to get into from the game. Right away, what stands out to me with this game is the fact that the pitching decisions. In the first 4 games, Joe Maddon has looked absolutely like trash out there calling these games as far as managing the bullpen or the starting rotation. And the starting rotation was not managed good in this game. Only 75 pitches thrown by Suarez today. He takes him out. Austin Warren comes in. Now, credit to Austin Warren. He pitched very good with the exception of allowing that hit to Bregman. But if you think about it, our hero of the day is once again Kurt Suzuki. Now, one of the things that is required for a catcher to do is catch. And he could not catch at all today. How many drop balls did you see from him? There wasn't the whole mix-ups that he had in the first game, but this game was atrocious behind the plate. Now, they only lost 4-1. You can't blame the bullpen too much on this game. As far as you can blame, once again, the hitting. In 3 games, they have 6 runs. I'm not counting those 3 garbage runs they got in Game 2 where they got blown out in the 8th and 9th inning. I'm only counting the runs that this lineup that Madden put out there through the first 4 games has mustered up. So 4 games, 6 runs. That's not winning baseball. They're lucky to have that one win as it is. Now, Suzuki missing that ball. The pass ball allowing the runners to go to second and third. Bregman's single that would have scored only 1 scores 2, and that's the difference in the ball game. The other runs that came later on were, again, misplays. Also in this game, Adell's catch was amazing, okay? Now, as much as I want to sit there and say, man, what a catch, let's praise him, this, and that. He had a bad track on that ball, and he got to it very late and made a snow cone catch, great. But he had 2 balls that landed right in front of him that he allowed Pena, and I forget the other hitter, to get that were soft fly balls that he could have made a play on. It looked like he just jogged to the ball or lost it in the light. So I can't help him there. I think those overrule his great catch at the wall. And then also the fact that Adell looked lost up there again. The sliders, he's not even swinging, or he's not looking for anything inside and out and over the plate because they're not giving him anything. Because why would you if he's swinging and missing at sliders outside all over the left side of the plate? Then you got the Astros aren't exactly hitting the ball to where the Angels, the Astros are hitting the ball where the Angels aren't. And the Angels are hitting it everywhere where the Astros are. They're hitting into shifts. They're not hitting the other way. Tyler Wade was that should have scored, and I'll get into that in a second. But there was every time the Angels are hitting right to, when they had Trout at second, Walsh is hitting straight up the middle, right into the shift. Nobody's going the other way, and that's what happens. And then again, our boy Otani at leadoff can't do a damn thing out there. And, he had one decent struck ball that the outfielder McCormick made a nice play in left field. But other than that, nobody else did anything. They're not lining up right. Trout is, basically the only one hitting, and he should be in the 3-4 spot. There's nobody in front of Otani or Trout to threaten the Astros pitching staff at all. So they're able to pitch to those guys with nobody on. So why would you be scared of an Angels lineup? And some people say, well, Jack Mayfield was inserted into the lineup, and look what he did today. He hit a home run. Okay, well, what else did he do the rest of the game? With runners in scoring position, popped out twice. So I'm not going to sit there and say that was a perfect call to put Mayfield at 4th. He just got lucky and hit a home run. So, again, again, all the home runs the Angels have hit have all been solo home runs. Why? Nobody's getting on base. Nobody's generating hits, and when they do, Joe Madden calls the wrong, what is it called? The replay. He calls for a replay on obstruction by Maldonado, not whether the runner's safe or not, obstruction. So he blew that call. Otherwise, Wade would be called safe. Let's go over the hitting real quick. And this is, again, Astros put up 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Again, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Angels put up 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error. So Siri went 1 for 3. Pena again killed us, 3 for 5. Reminds me of the White Sox hitter that did it to us last year, went 8 for 8 or something. Sorry, I'm looking at the stats up on my TV. Bregman went 2 for 5. Alvarez 0 for Diaz, 0 for Tucker. That was huge, but he did leave 2 men on base. McCormick had 1 hit. Goodrum none. Maldonado with no hits but a walk. Angels sparkling lineup once again. 1 for 4 Ohtani, 1 for 3 Trout, 1 for 4 Walsh, 1 for 4 Adele. 0 for 4 Adele, 1 for 4 Mayfield, 1 for 4 Rojas. Suzuki somehow got a hit. He's 1 for 4. Fletcher went 0 for 3 again as he hit right to where Tucker was with the runner on, and Wade went 1 for 3. It's frustrating. Pitching staff did an all right job. Suarez, again, only 75 pitches, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 earned. 4 walks. That's what probably got him lifted. Warren, 1 2/3 with a hit, which was the Bregman one. He had 2 strikeouts. Bradley, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout. He gave up a run also because of Suzuki's pass ball, which allowed the runner to get in scoring position. And then Hergot went an inning and should have gave up some runs because he was getting hit hard. He lowered his ERA to a sparkling 27. Ortega went an inning without surrendering a home run for once. So that was nice. So that's everything on the Angels catching you up on the game. Let's get to some of these comments. And again, if you want to call in later, I'll give you the phone number for that. Not right now. We're not going to do any call-ins as of this moment. But real quick, Nacho Knight. And I'm going to give it right away. I got to go through the icon. Hopefully you can hear it.
It's Nacho Night.
So Nacho Night is going to be reserved for Kurt Suzuki. We're 0-2 when he catches behind the plate, and there's a good reason why we're 0-2. Kurt Suzuki sucks balls. Here's one more thing I'm going to say before I get to the comments. Kurt Suzuki, okay, that's a problem with Stassi. Stassi, I knew, was not a everyday catcher, but what happened here is back in 96 or 97, I forget what year it was, we had Greg Myers and George Fabregas, both of which were not good catchers, both of which were very good defensive catchers. Myers had a little bit more pop in his bat, but basically Fabregas was a left-handed, Jeff Mathis. The reason why I bring those two guys up is they weren't expected to play 150 games. You know, they were expected to platoon a little bit. But back then, the manager for the Angels said, okay, Greg Myers is slightly better than George Fabregas, gives us a better chance to win. He wound up playing him 4 to 5 times a week. If it was a 7 games that they were playing without an off day, he played 5 games. Fabregas would play 2 to relieve him in between. Same thing would happen if it was a 6 games. Fabregas would play 2. Myers would play 4. So the bulk went to him. That's how it should be with Stassi and Suzuki. I don't even want to see Suzuki playing twice a week, but you got to give Stassi a rest. I get it. But this one on, one off, or maybe we'll play Stassi 1, then Suzuki 2. No! Suzuki's not worth it playing that much. And Stassi shouldn't have got the contract he did if he's only going to play less than 100 games or just barely over 100 games. We're going to need a catcher in the future to play the bulk of the time instead of, or if we're going to get 2 catchers and platoon them like this, get a catcher that is right on par with Stassi, not one that's dog shit under him. I'm tired of Suzuki, and it's only 4 games into the season. I was tired of his ass last year. Oh, I'm tired of him, dude. God, we need a fucking change. Let's see. Grillmaster says, what in the literal hell? He's already advocating for fire Joe Madden. I'm so damn frustrating. What the hell is going on? Luis Rivas says. Ronan said umpires ruined the game. The umpires were bad in this game. Nick says, fuck Kurt Suzuki. I am with you 100%. We aren't doing shit. The approach to the plate and the lineup is disgusting to watch. All solo home runs. Yes, that's all you can muster if you can't get anybody on base. There's no manufacturing runs. Listen, when we had a leadoff guy on, I think it was Rojas who got the single. Kurt Suzuki, it's a bunt situation. 100%. You either lift him for a pinch hitter in the 6th inning or you bunt. And what do the Angels do? What does Sereno and the brass do? They say no, swing, Suzuki, and he proceeds to strike out. That is the problem with this offense. You're going to continue to have solo home runs because nobody's getting on base. The lineup is dog shit because you're not putting anyone in front of Suzuki, Ohtani, or Trout, or Walsh to get them runs, and you sit Rendon. So you're already hamstringing yourself this entire time. Houston's over there like, hell yeah. Like literally, they're out coaching us because we're helping them out coach us. It's terrible baseball. Are the hitting coaches doing their job? Luis Estrada says, no, they are not. One is chasing Pokemon in the outfield on his app. The other one is eating helmet nachos all game. Yvette says, just stupid. Nancy says, who's the Valentine guy that the Angels are talking about? Well, you know what? Bobby Valentine is one of the most legendary managers in baseball. He managed the Mets for a long time. He's a funny dude. He knows his baseball. I'm glad they brought him over to do some of the baseball stuff for the Angels on the postgame and pregame. I'd rather have him in the dugout, to be honest. Blue King says, Joe Madden is absolute clown. Why did we not have our full strength lineup while we had a chance to win the split a series? And look, here's the thing, Blue King. If we are playing the Marlins, I would take some of these substitutions and days off and stuff. We're playing a division rival where these games count, and already you've given them 3 wins on us. Way to go. Frankie Montez on the block. Oakland, we making the move to not. No, there's no way, Rob, that Oakland will trade with us. Joe made a catch. Wade was safe. Don't know why MLB missed that call. Ace, because they weren't challenging for the actual safer out. They were challenging whether it was obstruction. That's why. And that's the patheticness of Joe Madden. Sonia says that was a horrible call from New York. The umpiring was terrible. Ryan Wiltz at home plate umpire fucked up the call. Chris Wood-Misi says umpire needs some glasses. Wade was safe. Adele was also safe at first base. Yes, but when Joe wastes all your challenges, you can't challenge a game later in the game that would have helped you out. Suzuki is freaking garbage. Mikey Mendoza says, let's see, Jason Dean says, Suarez looked like he wanted out. You don't keep or didn't want out. He kept throwing over to the dugout while, you reach down and fucking throw a strike. You know what? He was losing his control a little bit, but I still wouldn't have pulled him. He still had pitches to throw. You let a guy like that, if he's going to turn into something, you got to let a guy finish his inning. Kurt dropped around 6+ balls. Exactly, Nancy. Exactly. Yvette says Ohtani is working not working in numbers in the lineup. Kurt does not have it anymore. Exactly. You know, his mentality is changing. I don't care if you've never played baseball or not. But something to realize when you do play baseball and they put you in a certain position, whether it's pitching and you're a closer, and then they take you out of that closer role and say, okay, we want you to set up or we want you to pitch middle relief. That affects your psyche. You're a different pitcher no matter where you're slotted. You get used to a certain role. And hitting is no different. If you're a hitter that usually hits 3-4 from childhood because you're the best growing up, you're the best in your country like Japan, you come over here, you're supposed to hit 3-4, and some dumbass progressive smoking weed dude in the back of his Volkswagen van listening to freaking all the music from Woodstock tells you that you have to lead off all of a sudden and you've never done that in your career, that can really mess with your psyche. Just like the idiots in our brass who said, oh, it's a great idea, Ohtani, for you to participate in the home run derby, because that's never messed up anyone's swing before. So a guy who could have finished with 60 home runs, who had 30 at the break, I believe, or 35 or something, he finishes with only 11 in the second half. He should have had at least 25 to 30 more in the second half, but because of that swing, we know what happened. And it looks like he still hasn't regained that swing starting the 2022 season. But that's a story for another day. This franchise will never be successful until Madden and Artie are gone. Kevin, at least one of those will happen. It will not be Artie. Adele sucks, Steve Lee says. DFA Adele, we're already getting a lot of that. Joe Adele looks like me at the plate. Oh, damn. Play the Buttercup song. I don't want to. Luis, we barely had a lead for a few innings. By the way, my Joe comment was sarcasm. Yvette says, Mateo says, Captain Jack. The order and the lineup still sucks. Andrew Rivas says, Fletch, Trout, Ohtani in the leadoff spot. I still don't like Trout at 2, but you guys still seem to think that works. It could work, but I'd rather see him at 3-4. Give us 2 hitters. And why is Marsh out 2 straight games? This is not 160 games into the season already. Again, we have Miami coming up. If you want to rest certain players, you could have rested them on Monday, Tuesday, and we have an off day on Wednesday. Can we not play a full week before taking days off? Come on. We're too soft on these players. God damn it. I'm not even going to read that one that Matt wrote. Let's see. James says it shouldn't matter what you call. Let's see. Jason, a review should be to review the play to get the play right. I know, Jason, but that's the rules for Major League Baseball. Let's see. JT says I have legitimate beef with Kurt. I'm right there with you. Let's see. What is it? Nancy says Wade was safe, nothing else. Period. There you go. Dude Grill, you're in the next game. Gasser. Jacob says Kyle Tucker loves Angels pitching. Yes, he does. Ace. Christian Lorea says here I was thinking we fixed our pitching. You know what? You can't look. Hergot got hit around a little bit, and the balls were flying real deep on him. That's concerning to me. The pitching, again, was not the problem if you look in this series, with the exception of the blowout loss where Myers looked terrible, Ortega looked terrible. You had a couple other pitchers looked terrible. Game one, Tepera, he gave up a couple solo blasts, but again, you only score one run. You're not going to win many ball games. So you lose that one 4-1. You get pounded in the second one. The game three, the other night where he won, we only scored a couple runs there. So it's like you're only scoring a run here, a run there. They were lucky to get one win out of this one. You only got one run here tonight on 7 hits. So right now, to me, if you're going to weigh him and say what's been the problem so far, I'd say it's two things. It's been Madden's decisions and it's been the hitting coupled with the lineup. It's not been the pitching. They could have overcome the pitching. If anything, the Angels score a few more runs today, a few runs in the opening night instead of just one. They scored 3 or 4. They scored 3 or 4, maybe 5 in this game. You're looking at a 3-1 start instead of a 1-3 start. So that's what it comes down to. That's just my opinion, though. Yvette says fourth should have been Marsh or something like Duffy or Wade or Max. Yeah, those guys are fresh as can be, yet we're treating them like they're 50-year-old vets and we're putting them on the bench. That is so stupid. 310 Manual says, Grillmaster, he sucks this starting season. Don't count out last year. Angels killing me right about now. Yes, me too, sure enough. Let's see. Last year was a mirage. Grillmaster saying, Andrew Rios says, Ohtani is not good at the leadoff spot. He's trying too hard. I beg to God Madden realizes that soon. Well, we got 2 games of the Marlins, and if this lineup does not start scoring some runs and we lose 1 of 2 tomorrow, you gotta sweep the Marlins. Marlins are not that good of a baseball team. They've gutted some guys. The starting pitching's gonna keep them in ball games, but their hitting should not outweigh ours. We should be able to score some runs, but then again, based on what? Our lineup looks like dog shit every game. So we have to see, but I guarantee you we're going to see Madden go with Ohtani and Trout in 1-2 right off the bat. James says Suarez looked gassed after 75 pitches. Pitchers these days are fucking disgrace to the game. Jason, it's because we don't stretch these guys out enough and we babysit them too much. Guys like Scherzer, guys like Verlander, guys like Randy Johnson back in the day, Kurt Schilling, those are a last of a dying breed. These guys don't pitch like they used to back in the days. We used to watch growing up in the 80s and 90s, 120, 150 pitches per game. Like we went over the 2002 roster, right? There was 4 pitchers on that squad that pitched over 150 innings for the Angels. That would not come close, and two of which pitched 200 innings that year. I think it was Washburn and it was Ortiz. So you have 2 guys that pitched 200 innings. I don't see that happening anytime under Joe Madden at all, and I don't see that anytime soon unless we get a pitcher that just has a rubber arm like a Scott Shields, but as a starter. And so I think you're right. We baby these pitchers too much, and there's just not enough guys that are going to go out there and be balls out good every night. Let's see. Connor says it's like we care more than Madden does at times. And it feels like that because we have the objectivity to call the games how we see it, and a lot of times how we see it is it makes more sense to us, but then when you look at what they're doing on the field, it's like, how come they can't pull their heads out their ass and be like, okay, we made a mistake, let's change it up? They're getting paid millions. If I'm having millions of dollars weighed on my shoulder on my performance, I'm going to listen to the fans, or I'm going to listen to my gut at times, but then I'm going to try to find a balance to where I'm not going to push things too far, because I'm going to be like, look, these people are making good, these guys just have too big of egos, and they're not going to listen to us when we know the game probably more than they do at times. Pitching was okay. Need to see more from Joe from both sides. Absolutely, Timmy Barrow. I think everyone's down on him right now. Ace says Madden did say the starting pitchers are on a pitch count in the first round. Why, Ace? I mean, like, I know it was an abbreviated spring training, but come on. You know, they're always on. Look, last year, how many times did we have complete games? We didn't. How many times did we let these pitchers go longer than they should have, or say, hey, you know what? Because I can only think of like a couple times where Sandoval went deep into games. One because he had a no-hitter, and one because he was he refused to come out. Other than that, the rest of the guys weren't gamers like that and didn't force the issue or push the issue. Let's see. Yvette says, "Dear David Flesher, stop hitting balls up your fucking head with runners on base." Yeah, he swings at stuff that's just way outside. If he would have put the ball on the ground to the right side, that would have gotten the hit and run going or runners at first and third. We literally had Maldonado, Jason Castro, and they're both on the Astros. Good point, Andrew Rivas. So the Angels are 1-1, just don't count Suzuki. Yeah, if no Suzuki, we're 0-2. Or with him. Timmy Barrow says, no cap. No crap. Kurt's been hitting the ball better than I'd expected. Well, at times, but it's still. I think those 2 or 3 hits that he's got aren't outweighing his poor management of the pitchers or his poor management behind the plate, making freaking catches. So I don't know. Lorenzen gonna get killed tomorrow. Matt says, way to have a good what do you call it, idea about how things are going to go. Bro, I like Max Stassi. It's okay, Timmy. I do too, but he's not an everyday player, and he's not a catcher that's going to blow you away. He's a good complementary catcher. So if we have 2 Stassi-like hitters that can be good behind the plate, that can hit you about – because if you can combine 2 catchers that can hit you about 10 to 15 home runs each. So let's just say one catcher hits you 10 home runs, the other catcher hits you 12 home runs. Both of them combined for about 60 to 70 RBIs, both with an average of about 250 to 275 each. That's good. That's good. That will help your lineup immensely if you can combine those 2 together. It'd be great to have one to do that, but the way the Angels are constructed, they're just never going to do that, I don't think, especially with Ohtani's contract in the future. So if you can have got – you knew what Kurt gave you last year. Why would you re-sign him this year? Why would you not go out and get a catcher that's comparable to Stassi and then have them platoon together? Then that would make more sense. Having Suzuki already played twice in 4 games is stupid as fuck. I would have played Stassi the first 3 games and then give Stassi the day game off and play Suzuki today. But, you know, Joe Madden's Joe Madden. Let's see. Grillmaster says Marlins 25-3 Marlins. Nothing fishy about the prediction. Oh geez. Stassi is just fine. Nancy, yeah, he is. I'm not trashing Stassi, guys. I'm just not. I'm just saying you need 2 Stassis the way that they're playing Stassi. So we also had Big Nap at that one time. Yes, we did. The way baseball is going, the pitchers, I don't expect the catchers to become grown men anytime soon. I don't care about Suzuki. We are 1-1 with the other 2. 0-2 don't count in my mind, Chris Woodamisi says. But it counts in the standings. That's the problem. If we are able to trade Kurt at the deadline, bro, no one's going to take him, Mateo. I don't even think the Dominican, the Winter Ball League, the, Japan League, nobody's going to take him. Hell, I don't even think some of these softball leagues will take Kurt. Steve Lee says, you see the way you feel about Suzuki is the way I feel about Madden. There you go. He's getting some hate too. Let's see, Ryan Willis at the home plate umpire. He sucked. Madden is the problem, Anthony Gonzalez says. Nancy says, we've had guys on base a lot but can't bring them in. Yeah, but you noticed when we do get guys on, you know who's not up in that lineup? Trout and Ohtani, because they've already passed in the lineup, so we're not putting them in scoring positions or giving them scoring chances, hitting chances with runners on. We're getting runners on at the back end of the lineup when those guys maybe at the back end of the lineup should be hitting towards the front of the lineup. You see what I'm talking about there? Let's see. The offense is the same because the same coaches. What do we expect? Yes, Andrew Rivas. Yes, because we have Paul Sorrento and his fat ass sitting there eating nachos out of a helmet like all the other fans. And we have Jeremy Reed chasing Pokemon characters, trying to find them all throughout the stadium of Anaheim. That's the problem. We don't have in-game adjustments. We don't say, hey, Adele, you've been missing quite a few sliders your first couple at bats. Lay off the pitches that start over the plate because they're going to tend to go outside. So, yes, if they start out over the plate, wait for those pitches to start on the inner half of the plate and then maybe take swings at those. A simple 15-second conversation with somebody could do wonders, but they refuse. Instead, he's like, damn, I wonder if they have any more chicken left to go on them nachos. They don't talk about the real thing. I see other clubs make in-game adjustments. I see the hitting coaches go over there, have their arm around the other player and tell them, hey, you know, you had a rough at bat here, but if you do this, this, and that, take a couple pitches before you swing, blah, 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 blah. Those little things helps immensely. We don't have that with our two lazy-ass coaches. At least guys like Matt Wise, and why he got the interim taken off of him, he'll go over there and talk to a pitcher before and after his assignment on the mound. So, I mean, that's the kind of stuff you need from your hitting instructors. I see them sitting on the bench a whole freaking time. Show me someone take a screenshot of Sorrento getting up and walking over to a hitter. Or Jeremy Reed saying, hey, you need to do this. No, they don't have a tablet in their hands. Nothing. They're not charting anything. Nothing. Pathetic. And it's been like this for 4 going on 5. No, actually, I take that back. Sorrento was there with Mike Scioscia. And then we added Reed. What an addition. What an addition. How many think that Madden will rest Trout from tomorrow? Good point, Sonia. Yvette says, how many times do we have to play smart baseball? Or say smart baseball. Courtney says, I still don't like it, Joe Adele. Yeah, you're on the growing list. James says, it shouldn't matter if what they challenge for. That's a lame excuse. Look, it's not my excuse, bro. I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating how the rules are. And they chose to challenge the obstruction rather than the safe for out call. I'm just saying. Connor says, it seems like we care more than Madden cares. Absolutely. DFA these fucks. Anthony says, no, Adele needs to be to go. Lucky catch. Strikes out a lot with runners on base. Watching Adele today was painful, Lexi. Lexi was at the game. I hate this sorry-ass team, Ajax says. Big Fly Otani's son says, Shohei looks like the biggest one-year wonder in sports history. Looks like he's on his way back to Japan. Oh, damn it. I hope not, because how would Roger ever get over him actually leaving? Look, I still think he has what it takes, but right now he has got a launch angle like you would not believe. Have you seen his bat actually go flush or level? Can you put a level? You know how you level in that little, green bar with a dot in the middle? The little bubble shows you whether you've got something leveled off completely right before you install it somewhere. If you were to put that on Shohei's at bat, nowhere at any time would that sucker go level for even a split second, because he's swinging upward on everything. Everything's going up. If he swings flush on the one he hit to left field with McCormick making that nice catch, that's actually a line drive down the line, and it'll actually bounce before it even gets close to McCormick. But he's doing the launch angle, and that's why it got so far, and he almost hit it out. So, yeah, that's what it is. Fernando says Kirk Suzuki for a 10-year extension. Watch him get a manager job. Why is Madden playing the statistics? They do have PlayStation to station. Yes, or just play PlayStation lineup, and that would work. What a play, Joe. Thomas says. James says Otani is all over the place. Yes, he is. Mateo chimes in with James. Armani says, it's a damn shame I'm really looking at possible managers this early in the season, right? I'm right there with you. We shouldn't be thinking, damn, fire Joe. We shouldn't be thinking, damn, the offense can't do. It's too early to be this frustrated, dude. It's way too early. But it's how we feel because we're real fans, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just we'd rather be happy. Last night was a nice reprieve. We got a 2-0 victory, but it felt like we didn't really win it all the way because it's like we only put up 2 runs, and we had to nail bite the entire way till we got to Iglesias. Who's the old asshole on the post-game show? Jacob says, that old asshole would be Bobby Valentine. I thought you were talking about me for a split second. I would be like, you know what, Jacob, you're blocked. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's Bobby Valentine. He's actually pretty cool. He's positive. He's a funny dude. Yeah, I don't know why he's calling Angel games. He must have a house out here because he's usually an East Coast guy. And he's most famous for wearing a mustache. He was kicked out of I want to say it was a playoff game. And or even a World Series game. He was booted or something from a game. It was an important game, and he had to go to the dugout, and he came back into the dugout when you're not supposed to. The umpires kicked you out with a freaking huge mustache on and sunglasses at a night game to disguise himself so he could still, quote-unquote, manage from the sideline, and the umpires caught him, and it was the funniest shit ever. Google that. That guy's a character, man. He's a character. Let's see. That guy is horrible. Jacob says Marsh was limping after sliding last night's game. Ace says, but still, I mean, he's had 2 straight nights off. He still did all right. I mean, he's a young kid. I don't think he has anything wrong with him. But yeah, Marsh did look a little beat up last night. That's what you guys are saying. Andrew Rivas says lineup should be Marsh, Wade, Trout, Otani, Rendon, Walsh, Stassi, Adele, Fletch. I'm with you, Andrew. That's a good lineup right there. You put that out there tomorrow, and our boy gets his first victory of the night, and we're 2-3. Learn how to slide, Jason says. Caden says starting pitching has been super good so far. Joe Madden shouldn't have a job, though, and that's overwhelming as well. Shown Up says Adele needs more experience in the minors. He's not ready. Art Ramos says you look at a good team. They don't change their lineup crazy like we do. Absolutely, Art. Absolutely. Teams, there's something about consistency. And last year we were consistently inconsistent. And this year we're doing the same damn thing. There's no reason to change a lineup like this. I don't care how progressive you are. I don't care how you think that this is going to, how this is so good. I don't see it. Big Fly says, where is he reading all these comments? I'm reading them off I'm like linked into Lula, which has everyone that's chiming in from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or not Facebook, TikTok, and what is it? What's that other one? I'm blanking on it. Anyway, it's a streaming service. Anyway, Twitch. So, like, I get all the comments all mixed into one. So if you don't see them here, Instagram, you'll see the bulk of them because that's where the bulk of the comments are coming from. So there you go, Big Fly. Sonia says, after the travel day Wednesday, the Halos have the 4-game series with Texas and a 3-game series with Houston. Yep, it's called the Texas Two-Step. Caden says, let's see, at Ramos, because Madden is trying to play matchups even though they're playing them wrong. Who's with me on this one, man? They were severely outmanaged this entire freaking series. I'm impressed by Wade. Ace says so far he's very speedy. Yes, Ace, and he's not bad as far as contact either. I think him and Marsh at the top of that lineup is genius. I think they both cause problems. They take pitches. They're very hard outs when they hit the ball on the ground. So they get on base, they're going to try to steal. So yes, speed at the lineup will help Trout and Otani at 3-4. When are we going to see him at 3-4? Who the fuck knows? Shonuff says, I'm so disappointed in this team as a whole. Yes, I agree right there. Christopher Rojas says, bro, even Kurt Suzuki had more offense than our team today, which is sad. But, Chris, think of this, though. As much as he got that hit today, he still struck out with a runner on when he should have bunted. He still dropped 6 balls. He was terrible at home plate. Terrible. So, again, and he called a bad game. Thor is going to have to carry this team. Unfortunately, Jason, if I was Thor, I'd say no Kurt Suzuki in the lineup while I'm pitching. Here comes a Randy's rant. He says, fuck Joe Madden. How many fucking times do we have to say it? He's done. The bullpen is back to being hot and cold again. This blowpen shirt will be timeless. I still don't see the pitching problems other than game 2. Even though we let him get it 2 runs in the 8th inning tonight. You look at Houston had how many frames? They had 7 frames out of 9 where they didn't score, but they scored 2 in the 5th and 2 in the 8th. The Angels had 8 frames of 0. We only got a Jack Mayfield homer, which was 1 run. So they're putting up extra numbers than just 1 when we're scoring 1 and expect to win. You cannot win if you're hitting solo home runs. Again, because of Thor's performance, the back end of that bullpen's performance, that's the only reason why we won the other night. Only reason. Need big ball energy, guys. Anthony Gonzalez says, why is it good? Why does all the good Angel can have is flat bills? What happened to the old school curve bills? I think that's like the least of our problem is what we do with our hats. Bones says, this team is disappointing right now. So many missed opportunities, and that call at home was terrible. I hope that beer you watched down, Bonds, really helped out because he's a beer connoisseur. If you ever want to check his page out, look him up under Brewski Bonds. He does a lot of good drinking. He checks out a lot of beers, basically. Sorry, Ben, you bill yourself. Whatever. I like hats with a flat bill. Who cares? Let's see. Jason says, when was the Angels' last complete game? Damn, I think it was last year, and they may have only got 1 or 2. And I don't know offhand. Maybe someone can pop that in there. Let's see. They have been the same fitted hats forever. Art Ramos says, I'm all for matchups, but bro, your best lineup and have them play a few games like that. Now switching every game, yeah, you're not gonna get any consistency with this. Mateo says, "What's Roger Lodge saying right now?" Roger's coming up with,
Well, we have a legend here next to me by the name of Kingfish, and we have a legend in center field who's named after a fish named Trout. And then we're gonna have the big fish, the Marlins, come in here tomorrow. So if you're gonna call my AM 830 hotline with any negativity about losing 3 of 4 to a division rival, I'm not going to take your call. And I'm going to play many commercials where I'm saying 714 tickets, 714 tickets. And then I'm also going to play Calling All Angels song for 30 seconds while you've already waited on hold for over 25 minutes through commercial and all of my filler. Then I'm going to talk about John Stamos right when I pick up the phone. And I'm going to tell you how I loved being on Full House and how I was severely disappointed in the Full House remake that they didn't add me to the show.
that's what he'd be saying. Honestly, the roster isn't worrying me just yet, but the coaching staff terrifies me. I get you. Bartolo says, Joe Madden. Rogers Sports Talk. He says, hey, what's up, Rogers? I wish that was Roger Lodge. That would be awesome. Show Enough says, we're going undefeated after today's loss. We need that humble pie. Well, we ate a ton of humble pie. Right now, it is going all to our thighs right now. We need to work out the humble pie. We need to start playing better. Play small ball. Get some runners on. Stop swinging for the fences. Change that launch angle. Steal some bases. Run first to third. We're just dead once we get to first base. Nobody does anything to advance the runners. Winning teams do that. The Houston Astros did. They go. If they have to go station to station, they do. They make work walks. They move on. They actually move when there's a pass ball. They don't stand there. Rojas and Kurt. I want to win, damn it, Shonuff says. Says, why would you give him more money? I don't know what that's reference to. Would you have traded Gary Sanchez when he was on the Yankees, Roger Sport? Yes, I would have, because that would have been a power bat. That would have helped out this lineup more than anything. Imagine having Gary Sanchez as your starting catcher and you could play him 4 times a week and then give Stassi 2 or 3 games a week. I think that would have worked immensely for this team. So you have 2 good power bats. And then if you needed to give Shohei a night off, you'd just put Sanchez at DH. So, I mean, again, the Twins came up on that trade. We really have not gone out for a high-profile catcher in some time. Steven Viago says, what up, Halo family? Angels haven't skipped a beat since last season. Oh, it's pathetic. It's clear now that it's the staff. Everything else has pretty much changed. Yes, because Perry's given this staff a full deck of cards. It's how they're using them, and it's killing all of us as fans. The only thing Paul Sereno is using is an iPad for DoorDash helmet nachos. That's true. Steven Viago says, don't worry, everyone. The Halos will do that thing where they get hot and then get eliminated. Yeah, we'll get hot right before the All-Star break. The All-Star break hits. We forget how to play. Then we get hot again in August and September and then get eliminated. I hope not. We have an extra playoff spot available. April is a must-win for us, and we're coming out here and we're playing like shit off the bat again. Made says, buttercupped. No accountability for this club. No leadership. Absolutely. Suzuki needs to dive head first when he saw the first baseman jumped out of the way so he could get tagged, Shonuff said. He owed that to us. Jason says, best part of the game is Wade's bunt. Exactly. Bring back Upton, Thomas says. Shonuff says we should put Suzuki in the corner. Suzuki should sit in the corner facing the wall. Jacob says. Steven Viago says, don't freak out. Just it's the first series. Stop worrying. It's just the first month. It's okay. Wait, it's only the All-Star break. Hey, relax. We will turn it around next season. It's the revolving cycle, dude. The only good thing about the Angels losing is listening to Todd and Todd Lodge's rant. Entertain. Thanks, Anthony Gonzalez. Let's see. I was surprised to see how many fans were at the game today. A lot of that was kids, Ace. I wonder what's going on in the clubhouse. I don't know, Andrew, but at some point, Mike Trout's got to throw something against the wall. He really does. I'm not sure what's going on in the clubhouse. The Trout needs to rip everyone. Jacob says just what I was saying. Yvette says, why should they have Salmon on the post-game show? Or why don't they have him on the show? I don't know why. I don't know where he went. I like Wade, Shonuff says. Jason says, Wade from high school I went to. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nothing pisses me off more than losing a game because of coaches. Thor said that Stassi and he likes Stassi and like peanut butter and jelly already. There you go. Angel's grandma checks in. How are you doing, Mrs.? She says, to pat our Angels had to start the season with the best team in the West. We have not performed well against the Astros in the last several years. And she hits the nail on the head. Since the Astros started drafting well, it seems like since they changed that jersey from that putrid jersey they had in the National League, they've become a really good ball club and really a thorn in our side. Randy says, I put the fucking Rendon jersey and jinxed the whole thing today. Let's see. Ritesh says, hopefully we take out the Marlins in a majority of the last series, 1-run, low-scoring games, except 1 run today. Now I'm hungry for fish. Nancy says, what's Papa Fox saying? Oh, my dad was pissed. My dad was like, he's like, these guys I really thought would turn the corner, and instead we're not scoring. He goes, the pitching gets good, now we can't hit. So, yeah, he's pretty upset. Love our pieces, but we need much better batting order. Yes, we do, and we need guys that are willing to sacrifice, hit and run, and stop with a launch angle. James, replay Mayfield's home run, please. It's going to be a long-ass boring season again if things don't change, Lewis says. Humble Pie, you are kind. We ate shit pie. Let's go get Aaron Judge. Anyone better than that? But the problem with Aaron Judge is it's just another guy with launch angle. We need guys that are going to be batting over 300, getting on base and stealing bases. Those guys I would pay big bucks for. I wouldn't be paying big bucks, $400 million for guys who are just one-and-done type hitters, like 40 home run hitters, 120 RBIs, but their batting average is so low. Yes, you can have a couple of those guys in the lineup, but we don't need another one of those. We need a guy who's going to bat you about 314, who's going to have an on-base percentage close to 400, who's going to be stealing bases, who's going to be, just a doubles machine. We need hitters like that. I would pay big money for hitters like that. Let's see. We could have 9 all-stars, but rotation in the league and the one closer and Madden will still fuck it all up. Anthony says from Sam Blum on Twitter, Joe Madden after the series says, my takeaway from this very, very close. We're very, very close to Houston. We played very well against the particular team right now. No, we didn't, Sonia. And I'm sorry that he said that, but he's lying through his teeth. Madden ain't smoking weed, homeboy. It's straight dope. He's snorting something off of something. We sweeping the Astros next time. We got a 3-game series with them on the Texas two-step, so I hope so. Showing up is like, I want to win. Art says we went downhill when we lost Alex Curry. I wish Madden gets smart and let's play Duffy or Wade at first. Salmon rather would do pregame because who wants to talk about the shit show afterwards after sitting there for 3 hours? I do remember Madden putting Rizzo in the leadoff spot for the Cubs when they started missing the playoffs because Rizzo began expanding the strike. That's right, Ace. He ruined his freaking what is it called? He ruined his hitting there for a while. We need guys who can actually get on base. Let's see. If we take go into deep into the postseason, would Madden stay? I don't know. That's hard to say right now. We could have had Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who could have let's see, had a 3 average and 40 home runs at the same time. Yeah, him and his daddy are the same player, and it's scary in a way how good they are. But yeah, that could have been a guy. Maybe Josh Hamilton wasn't so bad. Marlins are coming into town. Hopefully we can kickstart things. Madden just said that my takeaway is that we were very, very close. We played them. No, we didn't, Connor says. So he disagrees right away. If you guys want to call into the show, because we're coming to the 3/4 way of the show, I've got the phone number here to call if you guys want to get in and hear your beautiful voices on air. The number is 714-912-2877. So 714-982-2877. You can call in and get on here with me, and we can chat it up real quick with everybody here because I believe the phones were fixed. So we'll see how that goes right now. Because this is a hell of a way to start this series. We were hoping for bigger and better things, and even a split right now would have seemed better. But right now, no split whatsoever, unfortunately. And again, we're asked out on the first 4 games of this season. So let me get into a couple more of these comments here. Last year, I wore a Rendon jersey every time I went to the game last year. 5 wins, 1 loss. Halo honks. LOL.
Yeah, there's no Halo honk line on here. You can talk whatever the hell you want, and I won't hang up on you.
That's where that is right now. And you know what? This is going to be a Houston, we're having a problem series, because right now I am not getting the damn phones to start up either. Unless maybe we can get it here to start up. I'm trying to see if I can get it to start up here. Because if I can get it to start up, then we have phone calls. But again, dude, this program does not work good with Skype. So I'm sorry if it's freezing at all on you guys or whatever. That is my fault. And I am trying to fix that. So hang with me, and let me try one more time here, because I do want to get you guys on here if I can. It's just whether this my program is going to work with Skype, because it is not really. I'm 0 for 3 so far. Well, actually, no, I got a couple phone calls in the other night before I accidentally turned it off. So I'm trying to see if I could rectify that problem before we get out of here. While that's loading up, I'm going to go to, it says Madden needs to start eating those Smarties candies. Let's see. Eric says, what's the number again? I'll throw it out there in a minute. Tim Salmon lives in Arizona. That's why we only see him once in a while. Let's see. Pitching is a lot. Yeah, Ajax, pitching is a lot better right now. But damn it, if our hitting has not regressed in such a huge way. Let's see. Again, I'm trying to get this program open real quick. I'm stalling like Roger Lodge.
Let me just tell you a good John Stamos situation story. His hair is as beautiful as Ohtani's swing. There is not one hair out of place, just like there's nothing out of place on Ohtani's body with those huge muscles, because Roger Lodge loves him some Shohei Ohtani. And can we get some more bobbleheads? Note to Artie Moreno. 3 bobbleheads for Shohei Ohtani is not enough for one season. I say put a 1 before that 3, and you'll have 13 beautiful Ohtani bobbleheads. You can have him serving ice cream at a concession stand in a bobblehead. You can have him riding a surfboard on another bobblehead. You could have him driving a train on the other one. There's so many things you could do with Ohtani that I would like to do as well, but, well, that's a story for another day. Let's talk about John Stamos and then UCLA basketball. Back to you, James.
Okay, so then let's see. I'm trying to get these phone lines up. Shonef says, get some fucking balls, guys. Oh, there's a number. Yes, 912-2877. There you go. Yep, I've been really disappointed with the hitting so far. Manuel Jimenez over there on YouTube. I am trying to get this goddamn program going, and it's not working for me. Oh, my God. This sums up this series. You know what? I'm going to take a loss on this one. Unless it pops up in the next, minute or two, I will not have phone calls for the show yet again. So what I'm going to have to do next time, guys and gals, I'm going to get the phone lines fired up on my end first before I even start the goddamn program. I'll have the Skype up, and that way there's guaranteed phone calls. I'll just tell you when to call in, because we're going to get this right, and then we're going to have a Trucker Hat Trivia in a couple weeks to get that started. So we're going to start giving shit away, and we're going to give away a jersey at the end of the month. Please like and subscribe to this page, and tell a friend, tell an angel friend. And also, please, for the love of God, give us a 5-star review anywhere you listen to podcasts, or check us out on YouTube. Do the same, comment or like over there. It's big for us. It helps us move up in the rankings as an Angels page. We're getting recognized now, and the more and more you guys give us 5-star likes, the better, and it pushes us up the algorithm and closer to the top, to where when people type in Angels baseball, boom, we're right there. That's where it helps us. So really, really, I would like for you guys that would be a great homework assignment. And if you could leave a nice and funny comment, or with your 5-star, we may throw you some merchandise from the halosintheinfield.com page, which you can check out to see all our content, to link to any of the podcasts or anything from YouTube. We'll throw you over some free merchandise, or we may even give you a jersey if it's funny enough. So keep that in mind, please. Yeah, we're not getting phone calls today, so I'm sorry, Yvette. It is not popping up. It is being a pain in my class. So we will get to phone calls, I swear, for the Miami series. Let's see. Bartolo Munoz says, "Dude, this pisses me off. Why is Upton not in instead of damn Adele?" Well, Bartolo, he's not a part of the team anymore. He was released. Man, fuck up because I went to went to the game. Damn it, Shonuff says. Let's see. Adele is so ass right now. Nate McNair says. Let's see. Shonuff says Cookie needs to take a fucking pitch, please. Is there an answer for Casey Kochman, Steve Vallejos? Keep it up. Thank you, Lewis. Ace says, let's see if Upton accepts the assignment. We have 3 days to see what happens with Upton. Oh, damn. If he were to accept the assignment, he might be playing his way back up here the way Adele is playing. Win for Anaheim. Show enough says, Ohtani is batting 18-0, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs, and stolen bases at leadoff. What the fuck? Yeah, very productive, huh, Anthony? Play like 2002, show enough says. Angel says, how long until Adele experiment is over? It could be this year. It really could be this year. We'll just have to see what happens there. So with that being said, with phone calls being ruined, I'm so sorry for that. I apologize. Again, we will try again in our next series to get off to a better start on this show and have phone calls towards the end. I said, check out our podcast. We're going to have a new one released in the morning, an episode recapping this first week of the season with me, Fernando, and Randy. And then we're also going to have an interview with Ty Buttrey talking about his return to the Angels Major League Baseball roster. And then, and if you don't want to listen to it, you can watch it over at YouTube. But again, give us 5 stars. That would be very. I hate to plug it so much, but I just wanted to do that. Denzel says, "Why do we re-sign Kurt Suzuki? Matt Thaiss is probably better than him." Denzel, because we gave him almost $2 million. We got to at least let him play a quarter of the season to a half of the season before we get rid of him. Yeah, but I agree with you though. Matt Thaiss is a better option in my opinion. Mateo says, James, you need to fix the phone lines, dude. If James could come down from heaven and fix the phone lines, that would be a damn miracle. Because yeah, that's what I need. I will have these. I will have it taken care of. Yvette says they took a risk not bringing Jay up and into work, and there it is. Jay up might have been a difference in a couple of these games. Who knows? Bartolo says Sereno taught Adele well. He's like, bro, you need to eat some more nachos, man, before you hit the field so you feel nice and heavy up there, and then you're not really having to extend yourself and just look to hit the ball over the fence because chicks dig the home run. Anthony Gonzalez says Suzuki is batting better than Ohtani. Oh, that is so right. That is so right. Why is our left field position cursed? Dan, it's been cursed since Garrett Anderson left, to be honest with you, and because I believe Torrey Hunter patrolled left only towards the end when Trout was in center. So yeah, it's been cursed for some time. Suzuki had to use a knee. Upton is still available. No, I mean, if we are to pay him, pay the fucker. Let's go get him. Well, he's still sitting there, so he could be a freaking option at some point. So thank you, everybody, for sticking with me through the show. It was a tough series, losing 3 out of 4. Hopefully you all, men, women, and children out there, can enjoy your freaking rest of your weekend, your Sunday, and hopefully tomorrow starts off better. A quick 2-game series with the Marlins. Come out to the Big A to check out the Marlins and the Angels, and hopefully we can get some W's and get our record even at 3-3 before taking the Texas 2-step. Bartolo says Mr. Kaka or Mr. Coca. Anthony says better, it's Kaka. So there you go right there. Those are the final 2 comments. Everyone have a good rest of your weekend. Go Angels. Go